welcome back, and this is part 2 of my labor and delivery. It's still the same day as I'm making the first video, but I decided to cut it off because it's gonna be long, and I didn't want that. So after, where was it? Okay, yeah, after I had Peyton, they had me stand up immediately. Like, my epidural really didn't even wear off, and they had me stand. So that was crazy to me. I didn't know that they would do that, but hey, they did it. So they had me stand up, and they're like, all right, come to the bathroom, we're gonna have you change into a new gown, put you a pad, do all this other stuff, right? So I was like, cool. So I did that, and the minute that I stood up, a lot of blood had came out, and I really didn't think anything of it because I just had a baby. So I mean, you know, I just thought it was normal just to have that much blood fall out of me and like leave a trail to the bathroom and stuff. I thought it was normal. I really did. And so the nurse, she was like, that's a lot of blood. And I was like, is that not supposed to happen? What's going on? She was like, nah, it's all right. So I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I get into the wheelchair because obviously I can't walk all the way to recovery because it's on another floor. So I get on the chair, and they had me and my baby, and we start going to recovery, and it's like a mommy and baby unit that's there. And so they start rolling me over there, whatever, and we get to the room, and they take my baby and they weigh her, and she was 7 pounds 1 ounce. Now that's big for me, okay? So I know that doesn't really sound like big to anybody, but that was big for me. I'm tiny, okay? I'm only 100 pounds. 7-pound baby came out of me, okay? So I lost a lot of weight after that. Anyways, so they give her K vitamin shot, and I was so upset when they did it because I don't want to see my baby hurt. So when they gave her the shot, like, I wanted to kill that nurse that did it. I wanted to slaughter her. But they gave her back to me, and they put her on my chest, and we kind of did skin to skin. And I was trying to breastfeed, so the nurse cat came and tried to help me get her to latch on, and she latched on for like a little bit, but then she didn't want to like do it anymore, so that didn't really work. She did line up falling asleep on my chest, and the nurse had came back in, and she pushed on my stomach. Now, it doesn't really hurt after, well, for me anyways, it didn't really hurt when they pushed on my stomach, just because I was still numb from the epidural. If you didn't know, I pushed the button like last minute, so I was numb. So when they were pushing on me, I really didn't feel nothing, but I did feel like a lot of blood come out and some big blood clots. So the nurse, she grabs my baby, and she's like, I'm gonna go get the midwife, and we're gonna talk real fast. So she leaves, comes back like maybe less than 5 minutes, and the midwife's right behind her, and the midwife comes up to me, and she starts pushing on my stomach too, and she sees that I have a lot of blood that I'm losing, right? And let me tell you, I don't really remember much after this because they drugged the shit out of me. So I'm just gonna kind of go off of what my husband said. So they pushed the button, and everybody in the mom unit like came to my aid. Like, there was probably more than 15 people in my room. Probably. So I don't know what's going on. They're not telling me nothing. They ain't saying shit to me. There's just a bunch of people. And then they have like this toolbox thing that they set on the counter. And the nurse is like, we're gonna take your baby to the nursery. And I was like, what's going on? Why are you taking my kid? I want to see my baby. Like, what's wrong with you? Like, why are you taking my baby? Anyways, so she's like, we're gonna give you some fentanyl again. And I was like, why? I don't want to be drugged anymore. I want to remember this stuff. And she was like, you don't need it, but this part's gonna be pretty painful. And I was like, okay, so I guess I'll take it. When I hear pain after being in labor for like 10 hours without epidural or pain medication, okay, I needed pain medicine for anything that was gonna cause me pain. So I was like, all right, I guess give me fentanyl. I really don't want it, but if it's gonna be painful, give it to me. So she gives me fentanyl, and I start feeling the room spin again. Here we go. And the midwife gets this blue glove, and it's like really long. It like almost went to her elbow, and I was like, what is going on? Like, what is she about to do? So I don't remember the next part, but according to my husband, she stuck her hand all the way back up in there and started scraping out blood clots. Now, I remember an ultrasound tech came in, and she did another ultrasound on me, and she said that she could see a big blood clot on the top of my uterus. So the midwife moves out of the way, and the ultrasound tech, she puts on that glove, and I do remember this, and she went for it, and I could feel it. Like, I could feel her hands and fingers moving in there, scraping blood clots out of me, and it was so disgusting. Like, I wanted to throw up. And well, I wasn't stopped bleeding. I couldn't stop bleeding, so they rolled me back to like the labor and delivery place, but it was like another room. I can't remember what it was, but so they rolled me back there, and they had me in this other room, and I'm just kind of like sitting there like, okay, and I'm starting to get really like nauseated. So I was like, I need a throw up bag like now. Somebody about to get thrown up on if nobody gets me that throw up bag. And so they rushed in and gave me a throw up bag, and I threw up in it like a lot. First it was like dry heaving, so I was just kind of there like gagging and shit. But yeah. And so I was just like, girl, dead. I was dead. But anyways, so they had me in there. They got what is it? I can't remember what they're called, but they start scraping me out some more, and they're starting to weigh this blood that I'm losing. Weigh it, and then they're like, okay, so we scraped you out pretty much good. If anything, if you're still bleeding a lot and still losing golf ball size blood clots, we're gonna have to take you to the OR, and we're gonna have to put a balloon in you and stuff like that, but we'll put you to sleep so that way you don't feel it, because that's pretty painful. So I was like, oh shit, like, here we go again. This is the same thing that happened to me with my firstborn. Same thing, just I wasn't sick. So I was like, ugh. All right. So they weighed my blood, and they told me that I lost 2 liters of blood and that I needed a blood transfusion. So I'm texting my mom and I'm telling her like, oh my god, I lost a lot of blood. I have postpartum hemorrhaging. So I had postpartum hemorrhaging, and that now I need 2 liters of blood back. And I had to take all that blood in before I could go back up and see my baby. So I had to be there forever, and I had to be away from my kid forever. Do you know how nerve-wracking that is when you're a first-time mom and your baby is away from you and away from your significant other? I was flipping out. Like, I was high on drugs and like not all there, but girl, I was flipping out. I wanted my baby. I wasn't joking. I wanted my baby. So I'm there, I'm like taking the blood, and I'm like, I'm so thirsty, but you can't really drink or eat anything when you're receiving blood, I guess. Because I asked for something to drink, and she wouldn't like let me get anything to drink. She was like, no, you can't eat, you can't do it. And I was like, give me something to drink, girl. I mean, I'm thirsty. Anyways, so I'm there, I'm taking the blood. They come back in, they check me. I'm not bleeding that much anymore, and I'm not losing big old blood clots. So anyways, so I take all my blood. They let me go back up with a little bit of blood left in my bag, and they're like, you could see your baby now. And I was like, okay, cool. So I text my mom and I was like, everything's okay, you don't need to worry no more. They're not gonna take me back to the OR, so we're good. But they have a catheter in me because I couldn't pee. Like, they wouldn't let me get up to pee. And I was so irritated. Like, okay, when you get fentanyl, you're not supposed to get up. You're not allowed to get up. You have to get a catheter if you're gonna take fentanyl for a long time. Which, okay, fine. But I wasn't taking fentanyl anymore after the fact that I was rolled out of my room. I wasn't getting fentanyl no more. So I was able to walk after that because the fentanyl had worn off. I mean, it didn't completely wear off because I was still like higher than shit, but I was able to get up and walk and go use the bathroom if I wanted to, and they didn't allow me to do that, and it was so annoying that they had to put a catheter back in my body. I was pissed. Like, they were doing this again. I hate catheters, if you didn't know. I really hate them so bad because the nurses have this thing where they want to lift the tube up and like your pee goes back into your bladder, and it is so gross. It is so gross, girl. Like, let me tell you, it's gross. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. Anyways, so they're like, do you want your baby or do you want to rest? And I was like, this is a tough question because I want my baby, but I'm so tired. So I was like, all right. I was like, keep her in the nursery for a little while. I'm gonna sleep and hopefully get like my highness down because I'm really high and I can't think straight, and I probably won't be able to hold her right because my arms feel like noodles. So keep her for a while. So they were like, all right. I was so hurt that entire night, but I tried to sleep and I did. I got a little bit of sleep. Wasn't much, but I got a little bit. And in the morning they came in and I was like, give me my baby because I'm dying and I want my baby. So they rolled her in and I was like so excited to see her. They give me her and they had me to her and stuff like that, and I was overjoyed. So they keep coming in and checking on me because obviously I have postpartum hemorrhaging and it could start back up anytime soon. Just because they scrape me out doesn't mean it's finished, you know. So they keep coming in and checking on me and doing all this tests on me and stuff like that. Then they poked my baby's feet and I really wanted to kill somebody after that because nobody hurts my baby, I'm gonna kill you. So they keep poking her feet. Her feet after we left the hospital was so chapped and cracked and bloody that I was pissed. They pissed me off. But anyways, I was finally able to get the catheter out because I kept requesting it and they kept ignoring me the entire time, but finally I was able to get the catheter out. So I got that out. Cool. Got up and walked for the first time after giving birth. Like, after having to get up after the epidural and not feeling my legs. I felt my legs this time, so it was new to me. Like, I was new to walking almost. And I was like wobbly and like my legs felt weird. And so I was able to get up and walk and go use the bathroom by myself. And they gave me the little prairie bottle. Is that how you guys say it? It's like a prairie bottle? I don't know what it is. It's a bottle that you squirt down there when you need to pee. They gave it to me because I did tear a little bit. It wasn't a bad tear. I just needed 2 stitches. It was done. 2 stitches and it was done. So, and I didn't even tear down. I tore on the top, like top right. I think it was like my top right. So yeah, I tore on my top right, and they gave me the little prairie bottle thing, and when I would pee, I didn't feel it at first, so I wasn't using the prairie bottle for a while because I wasn't feeling the burning of my stitches or like the cut at all. Like, I didn't feel nothing for a couple of days. When I was released, that's when I felt everything. But anyways, they come in, they check on me, and everything is good. So I am okay now. Like, the only thing that was different about me was I was so swollen for so much, like, fluids that they gave me, like IV fluids. They gave me so much that like up here was so swollen. I almost looked like the Pillsbury Doughboy. And that was like something else. Like, your girl looked bad. Like, I looked terrible. So anybody that gives birth like flawlessly, I hate you, because I looked like a dead troll. A really dead troll. No. I don't know who be doing that, but your girl looked dead. Like, yes, I did go through a lot, but like, shit. Like, no, I did not look flawless for my birth. I looked terrible. I looked like a hot mess express coming through. Get your tickets. Like, no, it was bad. Anyways, so after that, they released us, and I've been living life as a new mommy with this little baby. My little Peyton. And it's been wonderful. Like, I've loved it. She's a good baby. She does not wake up. She does not cry for nothing. The only time she cries is she needs her diaper changed or she's hungry. That's like the only time she cries at all. Like, so she's a really good baby. And now it's kind of been hard to take care of her just because of this whole coronavirus that's going around, and like toilet papers being gone and paper towels and stuff like that. Like, I have a baby, you guys. You need to chill the fuck out, because I need to get disinfectant wipes and like hand sanitizer for my kid, and I need paper towels because I'm a mom. We need paper towels for shit. Not only that, like, the formula was being like wiped out and shit. So I breastfed. I'm gonna say it again. I breastfed and I formula feed. So it's like I need formula too. and you guys are being selfish. And like these poor old people can't even get nothing because these young ass, old ass ladies that are like taking all the toilet paper and stuff. Like, no. Let me speak to your manager, because you need to like give that toilet paper to that old lady. Anyways. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Sorry for like the whole goofiness there at the end. But that was my labor and delivery story, and this is my last part too. I will talk about postpartum. If you're new here, subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.